Hump day! Yeah, this is our new time slot. This is where we will be from now on. Wednesday nights.
That's our new intro. I hope you like hearing that every week.
Hump day! I've had a lot of weird intros.
We need the camels.
So.
You need the camels.
I have two in my house because my family really enjoyed that joke.
It's
that
a good
commercial.
Joke.
It's
a good joke.
My stepdad has at least two in his office, and they sit behind him on the shelf for all of his meetings.
Wow.
Rix, this is not an appropriate place for you to sit. There we go. Sorry.
So, if you're watching this at any point now or in the future, you might be asking yourself, what do you get with every order of dungeon sphere? Well, you get chaos, you get hilarity, you get drama, and best of yet, you get lots of sass from Wyatt and Yuri. So,
you're welcome.
That's what we're here for.
Get up to
we're trying to make Dempsey proud.
So what did we get up to last time, you may ask? The group had just completed a task in the Village of Ghosts and had some heart-to-hearts about some recent events, which was nice. Anger, pride, all these different emotions happening. Then the team set off to the next temple and found a sentient pond of blood who happened to be the first vampire. While Umbran tried to make this vampire god his pet, somehow.
Travel companion.
The group negotiated with the blood pool to donate some blood, and then Brayna would receive a rare magical item called the Blood Maul, aka known as the Devourer, infused with his blood. Brayna was able to soon discover the potency of this weapon because she used it in a battle allied with Team Genie against the Bone Devils. They teamed up, realized that Team Genie was not quite as elite as one would think for a team in the Dungeon Sphere. It is nobody's fault. It just kind of works with the story, I think. Maybe. Yeah. They did have a little bit of a debate though. Y'all kind of did debate whether or not you should just like let them all die, or even worse yet, pick them all off after. So one of y'all,
evil and I love him
now. You fought bravely with your new temporary allies, ended the battle, and then that is actually where we are coming back into the game to meet up with Team Reaper, who gets to now conversate with Team Genie after their recent battle.
How late is it?
So we established that you would probably be getting to the temple around nightfall. And so it's a little bit before that, like the sun is setting. It appears as though the lights in this area are dimming. So I believe I owe you this. So he slides off his ring of protection and then hands it to Kanari.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining us. That I don't think we would have been able to do it without you. And they seem to be tracking us ruthlessly. So we are very much grateful for what you've done today.
When did they first start tracking you? As soon as you reached the level?
It was about 2 hours ago. We almost got to the temple, but it appeared as though they'd been waiting. We led them away from the temple, though. We were hoping to be able to draw them away and then get around them. Unfortunately, it didn't seem to work that way.
And them work pretty good, though.
Mm-hmm. It sure did. Just since we're down a member, I believe it would have been much more difficult.
May I ask what happened?
So it's the Fire Ganassi who is holding the bagpipes who begins to answer your question. Oh yeah, we picked up a bag, and we thought that this bag was just like any other bag, with the the magical properties of just putting in the little things. But then, after just a little bit of time, something reached out and then grabbed him and then drew him back in. And as he was being dragged back in, he got taken all the way in, and then he was torn open from with his ribs and everything. It was just torn open, all the intestines and everywhere. And it just got thrown out of the bag like it was some some vomit. Nah.
Should have tried shrinking the bag. That worked pretty good for us.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Can I do that? I'm not sure. Well, anyway. Oh. She looks at Brexel. That's the same bag, I think.
Brexel has walked over to this inconspicuous rope hanging from a tree and is just sort of...
All right. This is Claude speaking. Can we get a move on? It is almost nightfall.
Y'all know where the temple is?
Yeah, it's just over there.
Right.
We can actually lead you right there.
Wonderful.
You
Okay.
can join us. You can join us. But well, I think it's pretty important that we establish no killing each other, no fighting each other. Let's just get to the temple. We'll let you on through first. He hits his pipe, and then we'll just come in after. How does that sound?
Can I? What is that seem? I know he's probably just trying to seem friendly, but something about that delivery just seems a little off.
Also, Gale is just in the background, just playing with birds. And 1, 2, and the birds start like just like a whistling and singing. She's just off.
Man, I'm glad none of us are weird like that.
Brandon kind of goes over and like watches the birds.
I rolled a 19 on insight on Graves.
For everything that you see with his face, it's calmed. It doesn't look as though he's like having any tells that he's lying that you can guess.
Alrighty.
Is anyone on our team or on their team look hurt right now? How are we doing?
I'm still fine.
I
That's
was
just
not
weird.
touched.
Cool.
I will have to double check Team Genie.
I think they got hit a lot.
So I thought they got hit a fair bit. I didn't know if any of them were like close to down.
Claude is only 46 out of 59. Empress is 13 out of 39. Gale is 32 out of 45. Graves. So Empress, the kilt and red skin and orangey mandarin hair and this blazing red bagpipe's got some wounds here and there. There's just like blood dripping, and she just in her own little world, just kind of playing a little melody on her bagpipes.
I'll throw a healing word at her, just at a first level.
Wait, maybe Rexel wanted to kill her. Let's check real quick.
Okay, Brexel, do what you want. just standing. I'm talking to Graves, so.
Vrexel had no. That was me asking just for the sake of how we're all doing here.
Yeah, so how much is the healing word for?
D4 plus 4. She gets 5 hit points back.
All right, thank you. Hey, this one's for you. And then she just starts doing that, spinning
Is
and
it
dancing a little bit.
inspiring?
No, but she has a +10 to performance, so that's a 22. So it's really good.
I think Kanari kind of grabs her stuff and is ready to go when everybody else is.
Brexel's gonna kind of take the lead too and be like, "Yeah, come on, everyone. We want to get moving as a nice big group and a team. Just making sure that we're sticking real close together."
Within fireball range, perhaps?
Kanari mind links with him and is like, Are you good? I know we didn't kill them. You're fine.
You just kind of get just like a rush of panic thoughts of like, yeah, I'm totally fine.
Oh, he's guilty. That's so sweet. He has a conscience.
Kanari's eyes go a little wide, and then she like takes off the medallion of thoughts and just kind of tucks it into her bag a little bit. Just like I know it's just in my mind, but just this makes it feel better.
So Reginald's leading the way with the other goofballs that accompany him, following behind, each one kind of like fitting into the slots between each of you in a way, or that they kind of switch placements to the line a little bit. Some of them, Gale and Empress, definitely get distracted. Claude's kind of like looking at all of you suspiciously, and Reginald's just up front chatting with Kanari. He takes a hit of his pipe. So, how are you doing on this level?
Relatively fine. I mean, we've managed to get through. I think our roughest point was probably just the first little bit, just as you adjust to a new level, going through caverns and coming off of the checkpoint or the rest area. It seems a little jarring to come into an environment like this, but
Yeah, it was quite the shakeup. It's been curious. You have to sort of learn along the way that the temples hold challenge doors. But then some are in challenge areas. Rare events that give you a special reward. We've come across one of those.
How did you come across yours?
It was this large gravestone, and there was a riddle associated with it, and we had to figure out the riddle on the gravestone, and that actually opened up a pathway underground. Then once we did underground, we had to face a few minotaur skeletons, of all things. And eventually we found our way into an underground temple that appeared to be made of bone. And at the end of all of this, we had to face what seemed to be like a spectral necromancer. So we didn't go anywhere. We didn't teleport anywhere or go through any dimensional rift or whatever, however these challenge doors work. But we did end up winning a reward, so not sure if they're called challenge areas, but that's what we have kind of named them.
Makes as much sense as anything else. I mean, we ran into an entire town.
Yes, and that temple in the distance. We did some scoping around. Scale has a specialty with birds, which have a specialty with reconnaissance, and it appears as though that temple is one of those challenge areas, or that tower is one of those challenge areas, not one of those challenge rooms. So
The tower back up in the mountains, or the one that's
not to
came
the
from?
mountains.
Okay, the one
from the direction you came.
right. Okay,
I assumed you followed the river.
right. We did indeed. Have you heard anything about the Exit Guardian?
Not a drop, unfortunately. We've been trying, but it appears as though it hasn't revealed itself in this area, or there is quite a bit more of the dungeon sphere and this level to explore.
Right.
Feels as though we've only been within a small patch of it. But to get around expediently, the last level sort of teleported you wherever. Just, it seemed to be drawing you closer to the Exit Guardians. Says probably a product of the game designers themselves. But this next second level, it appears different. You come up to the same churches, temples, such that you entered. So it's not teleporting you around, it's not driving you forward. So the question is, what exactly is the design of this floor? How do you get to the exit guardian? So, a good question you had. Any information on the exit guardian? Not anything directly, but from my deductions, I believe that it is still yet to be found and shrouded in some sort of riddle, or yes, riddle or game.
It's good to know.
Or I could just be making this all up. I am just a senile old man.
Well, whether you want to admit it or not, you helped defeat 2 bone devils. That doesn't make you nothing. If you don't mind me being rather blunt about it.
Pish posh. It was your team that carried the weight of that battle.
Well, flattery will get you many places, but it certainly won't distract me from the fact that your team contributed and made sure we were fine, too.
Well, I appreciate that. My team is not specifically meant for combat. We're the type to avoid as much as possible. This just ended up being one of those that we could not.
Well, I'm not really sure what else to make of it. I mean, this whole area, it seems, if there's challenge areas, there must be a purpose for it. If there are temples here, and some of them are associated with either challenge rooms or something like that, maybe there's something else there. But
right,
who's to say? Maybe, who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and find a rest area through this one.
Yes. Maybe. And then if you get to a checkpoint, more information can be exchanged with whatever teams are there. If there are teams there. But I'm sure there are. Yeah. Oh, anywho. I have some preparation to do with my tome. Because you see, I'm a pact of the tome, more like.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you don't mind, Claude, do me a favor. Oh, fine. Why do you get to be lazy? Because I have lots to do. And then he has Claude grab his little genie's vessel, and then Reginald vanishes in a puff of smoke and then gets sucked into this little lamp. And poof, Reginald is now inside his lamp.
I relay all the information to everybody on the team, just kind of one by one, through Mind Link, just so that they're all caught up. And I think Kanari might mention that she wants to find a map once we're in the checkpoint, because it might be something to do with the physical location of each one, creating some sort of pattern.
Do we know if checkpoints sell maps of the areas?
I don't know if they do or not, but at the very least, Kanari wants to sit and sketch a rough one out. Maybe using the one that Dave gave, or what is his name? Dave?
Oh, he was Dave.
Yep. The one that he gave us, because that might at least get us part of the area mapped out, and we can talk with other
more maps. I can use Incarnate because that's pretty.
And since we're going up to the mountains, that offers us a better vantage point of the whole area, right?
Yeah.
So at a certain point, Kanari would just kind of take a look over everything. And is the tower like in its true center of the entire?
The temple, you're unsure as to what exactly it looks like.
Are you talking the big tower with the dragons?
Yeah, the giant tower with all the undead that are surrounding it.
Oh, that's not in the mountains. That's like
No,
past the
I'm
mountains.
asking, does it look from our vantage point? Does it look like it's in the center of the arena that we're
Oh,
in? Like the level itself?
My bad. You are a little unsure, but it sounds like it could be a possibility, or at least it has some sort of significance to
Okay.
the geography.
Great. So when I'm up in the mountains, I'll just look over and make a note of it and think about it.
Mm-hmm.
When we found the exit guardian, the information we had gotten from it wasn't from any NPCs, was it? It was from another team who had accidentally run into it.
Yeah, that was team,
Kraken?
yeah, Kraken.
Because we have two likely places that the exit guardian would be. In the tower, or whatever that giant bat thing flying around is.
Right.
But maybe the tower is one of these challenge areas.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe the giant bat thing is a challenge area.
Could be. And Dave mentioned that there's a bunch of screaming and other things coming from the mountains. That could potentially be another... that could... I mean, at the very least, it's an area of interest, and it could be a challenge area, or that could be the way to the exit guardian. I don't know. I think it's worth... Maybe when we're talking... Once we finally get to a checkpoint, we can sit and chat with Empyrean or Phoenix, who's ever there.
Like Team Phoenix may know more than they would care to let on.
I was thinking of selling the Medallion of Thoughts. I'm not really sure if there's a huge use for it, at least among the five of us. But maybe I should hang on to it until after our meeting with Team Phoenix.
I think that would be wise.
Cool.
So you continue marching forward, and then eventually a bird flies back and lands on Gail's arm. Oh, she says that we're close. Good news. And feeds the bird a little snack, and then the bird flies away. And then Empress charges forward, bagpipes in hand. Oh yeah, I remember this. And she breaks through some brush, and you come to a space before the mountains where it's a little bit cleared, a clearing of sorts. And then past this clearing, there's actually a break between some mountain rises. And through this little pass, there comes some almost ruins like columns sticking up, and then there are stairs that seem to lead fairly high, level off, and then another set of stairs that lead fairly high, level off, and then on that second level is a large temple with two dwarves, one on each side of this temple, as they're statues, dwarven statues of dwarves, standing firm with a hammer in one hand, or in the hand of one of them, and then a sword in the other.
This looks familiar to Brina, yeah?
Yeah, this is definitely symbolisms to Moradin.
Oh, hey guys, I think we found it.
Gil just starts like balleting forward with birds following behind. Empress plays a victory tune, and fire starts shooting out of like the ends of the pipes. And Claude is just rubbing his face. We don't have time for whimsy.
But the birds are so
Oh.
cute.
We were going to go first.
Right, it might be good to get Graves out here. since he's a man with a plan, and I don't know, I would feel a little bit more comfortable with him out.
I agree. Graves, get out here!
Does he just shake it, just swing it around? Awesome.
Do you wake up your warlock from their power nap?
Claude is awesome.
And then the smoke starts rising out of the tip of this lamp, and suddenly Reginald materializes before you once again. Oh, we're here. Very good. No, he does in about haste, turns around and starts marching forward. We shall make camp at the base for a short rest, my crew, and then you all can venture forward first. Good luck.
Do we have to stand around and watch you get ready to rest?
No, you can just go forward. As far as I'm concerned, and probably my crew, this is where our, I don't want to say truce, but agreement ends.
Has anyone ever told you talk too much? And Umbreon walks forward towards the temple.
I thought you were going to be like, walks forward towards Reginald Graves and then stabs him through.
I'm so tempted. Oh, the second he popped in that lamp, I was all like, 3 on 5, let's go! I didn't say it, though, but I thought it. Take the lamp and throw it in the bag of holding. You can't get out. Perfect plan. I thought it all through.
Okay,
The
well,
temple? Are we
Brain's
going?
going forward, yes.
Yep. Canary would just nod at Reginald.
I know you feel so very comforted by the presence of Moradin in this area.
Yeah, Braina gets to like the front door, she kind of stops for a minute and like...
There's some etchings in Dwarven along the door, and
What does it say?
on some edifices, and it's talking about the glory of Moradin, the father of all dwarves. Very reverent information. You also get a bit that this is a temple where all dwarves should feel at home.
Perfect. She goes, oh, this is great, guys. Ready to go in? I'll turn it around.
You all are standing at the front of this temple. The door, as you look at it, appears to be a challenge door with one of those hand-scanning crystals on the side.
I think I'm already up there. I've already touched the door.
And it goes, and it lights up, unlocks, opens up, the shimmer appears, and I need you to roll me a d20.
Oh. 13.
13. Oh no. As you walk in, it appears to be a normal dome room with decorative glass ceiling with iridescent shine coming from above. The ceiling is sort of like stained glass. Glaned? What is glaned? Stained glass.
It's a blinged glass.
Lane stashed. Yeah. So there is a center of this domed ceiling with an opening where sunlight does shine through, hitting a well in the center. The well appears to be stone, just built out of the stone floor, and you can hear the sound of wind if you poke your head down into the well.
Anything interesting about the stone?
You look at the stone, and the stone is just average stone, something that someone would put together in just a village. And suddenly, you smell something something sulfuric, the smell of rotten eggs, and then you hear a voice boom from above. Welcome to the room of bad luck. It is bad luck that you have arrived here. Now, you must place enough gold or items in the center incinerator, and suddenly the well lights up, and there's flames coming from above, smoke rising, and it rises out the hole in the ceiling as well. You must incinerator that equals 500 gold pieces before the gas takes your life. Better hurry, you only have 5 minutes.
Looking at this glass ceiling, how expensive do you think that would be? I'm sure we could get enough shards of glass into that well.
Do you think it's gonna still be expensive once it shards?
It might be fine glass.
The room begins to fill with a yellow smoke substance.
Can I just do a quick little like thief check on the value of this glass ceiling?
Yeah, you can roll me a just a straight intelligence check.
18 plus 2. Modified 20.
You know that it's not the glass that's worth much, it's the skill and the time it takes to put a glass ceiling together. That is the true cost.
And the cost doesn't like...
Translate.
Yeah. Like the well doesn't appreciate that. It just wants like physical material. So if we put like a wand of fireball in, it goes, this is a stick.
It is asking for enough gold or items in the center incinerator that equals 500 gold pieces before the gas takes your life.
I mean, I'm not worried about gas.
You hear a dong, signifying that the first minute has passed.
Okay, well, I mean, I can put in like 250 for gold, but I don't really have stuff.
I have the Medallion of Thoughts. I would prefer to sell it, but I think I can tell if Team Phoenix is lying or not.
I have an ever-smoking bottle that I think we've mostly been keeping as a trophy against Team Nightwalker, but I don't think we're ever going to actually use it.
Okay.
I've also got this feather thing that can turn into a boat.
Well, I thought we already talked about the boat. The boat might be helpful.
The water level, I know.
Yeah, I can't swim. I chucked the ever-smoking bottle in.
All right. You hear the sound of it cracking open and an almost like sucking sound as the smoke that would be leaking from this bottle just gets pulled deeper into the well. You have succeeded in putting in an item worth 100 gold pieces.
That would have been more. What about the sentiment? There's a trophy.
Moxie will go ahead and throw in 250 gold.
Oh, Moxie.
I have a lot of gold.
You are up to 350.
Rex will throw in another 150 gold.
And as soon as this gold goes in, the flames die out. And the well actually collapses before you. And in the dust and the smoke, something rises up. And it is a small little treasure chest. Much smaller than any treasure chest that you've been experiencing lately. That you've seen lately.
Well, Moxie, you contributed
grab it?
most to the challenge. Would you like to open it?
Yeah! So Moxie will go ahead and grab it and open it up.
As you open it, it appears to be a small pipe. Smoking pipe.
There's like anything else about it, or?
If you look on the side, you can see that there's like little etchings of different creatures. One of them is obvious, it's a dragon. But there's a few other that aren't quite as obvious.
Interesting.
Is a common magic item. Surely
I'm
he has a
pretty sure.
bad luck broom.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
As my other character, I think, has this in the one that we did, the Breakfast Brigade words.
It exactly is.
Would anyone like a pipe?
No, you
It
can toss
is
it back in the well.
a consolation prize for your bad luck.
Consolation, but we did. Oh God, I hate this.
And
room.
then in the far distance, opposite of where you entered, there appears 2 doors. And above one of the doors says return to haunted lands. The other door says venture or proceed to checkpoint.
We're going to checkpoint, right?
We need to go to the checkpoint, yeah?
Yeah.
Screw Team Genie.
When everybody exits, Umbrin would like to be the last one, and he's gonna throw a dagger at the ceiling just to see if it shatters.
And you hear the windows and glass and everything just start shattering and falling behind you. Sounds of glass raining from above.
Then I follow.
And as you all proceed through the door to the checkpoint, you're first hit with the smell of brine and salt, and you get hit with the sounds of waves in the distance. And you make your way through some darkness with a bright light at the end. And eventually you come out standing on some stone flooring with sand that has seemed to like be blown over it. If you look behind you, you'll see that there's a building that just has a normal door that you just exited out of. And when you look up, it says, return to haunted lands. If you look to your right, you'll see a large board with the map of the entire haunted lands on there. If you look at the map, you'll see multiple different glowing points. Each of the points, upon closer inspection, reflects one for one. There's 1 point for each temple that you have visited.
It's just the ones we visited?
Yes.
Mm.
So there's one glowing 4 in the mountains, which seems to split this map in half. Then there are the one in the Village of Ghosts. You can see like the little village shape emblem following a river, and the one to Palor. And I think, was there another one? I can't remember if you visited any others. Okay, that's it then.
Do we see where the other temples are? They just aren't glowing, or?
You can't make out where any of the other temples are. It appears as though that the temples only appear to you if you visited them.
This map is a square, a circle, a triangle?
It's a rectangle, but it's kind of like if you were to... It's like a rectangular map of the Earth, except for this level. So it's not like perfectly proportional, but it kind of gives you a good gist.
Do I still have the calligrapher's kit?
You do, I believe.
Or did we give that back to
If
Rexel
not-
so we could
Yeah,
make
if not,
some
Vrexel
notes?
can always just make a new one.
I have calligrapher's supplies
Perfect.
in my bag. I also can do, and I was gonna say Vrexel would probably do this. Pull out a piece of parchment and use the magical tinkering combined with his minor illusion cantrip to basically just take a screenshot of this thing in front of him. And
Yeah, I
just
was gonna be all like, why don't we just copy down the map?
Yeah, Rexel's gonna get on that and make that one of his 5 tiny non-magical objects.
And then suddenly, the appearance of Quentin appears before you. Except he is in a onesie swimsuit with red and white stripes, and he is carrying one of those inflatable things that a lifeguard has. He does not look happy. But
Well,
he puts
the
on a fake
feeling's
smile.
mutual.
Hello. Hello, Team Reaper.
Swimming?
Quentin.
Oh. I'm not swimming. I'm just a hologram, but the producer said that I had to appear like this because it fit thematically.
You look
I
very
mean, it is a
charming.
haunting image, so it does fit with the
High
lands
five.
that we're
High
in.
five. High five,
Yeah.
Moxie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, burn.
All right, then. Welcome to checkpoint 2. As you've noticed, it's a little, he's gonna point back, it's a little different than what you might be used to with the previous checkpoint. Previous checkpoint, a little boring. Here, you can enjoy the ocean, the sand, the sun. The investors said that we needed to provide something that would help stave off the depressive effects of the haunted lands. So, beach day. The layout is very similar. If you go to where the store was in the previous checkpoint, the same store will be there. It's just now sandy, beachy. There's some palm trees, crabs. Watch out for those crabs. They're real crabs, imported directly from Shanafer. I have no
Bless
idea.
you.
Thank you. Yes, and if, like I said before, if you need anything, you can just call for me. I'll appear like this. But
You just
otherwise,
have to wear that the whole time we're in here, or
every time I appear,
for forever now?
and as long as you are on level 2,
Yeah, can we set your like default skin to beach mode?
I'm enjoying seeing you slightly humiliated like this. So.
Your knees are hilarious.
Brenda's just gonna have pulled out her maker's mark and it's just been just kind of fiddling with it.
my mother said not to worry about my knees.
I think she lied to you.
You do always ask about the other teams when you arrive, so get those questions out of the way. I don't have a lot of time.
Do we have any sponsors?
Yeah, I was more interested in sponsors too.
Oh, yes, sponsors. Well, there are a few.
Ew.
A few. I was going to bring them to you later because it's quite a few.
Oh, okay.
So, but you go enjoy the day, do what you need to do, and then when you are ready to receive the sponsors, just call me. Unless you're ready now, then I will entirely, I can't refuse because would go against my contract.
Does anyone have a preference or?
Why would we not want to know our sponsors?
Yeah, I want to just get all of the business out of the way now so that I don't have to see you again until the
just
next time we're in
lost-
here.
A sum of money that was unfortunate,
Yeah, so
but we would like more money.
bring on the bacon, baby.
Well, firstly, you've been sponsored by the Church of Palor
Oh.
because you did treat it with respect. So the Church of Palor has donated to you 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds
Oh.
because they know. And
know.
They
then
So to Canary.
Canary puts it with the other diamond she has.
Yeah, right. It's good to have extra.
and then they
Now,
also
I
gave
can bring 2
you
of us
each
back.
a pendant to Palor.
Okay.
It's more decorative than anything. But if it is gold, it is pure gold. So do with it what you will. And then there is a special group that has reached out to you. The
Hags.
Association for the Rights of Hags.
Yeah! The hag come in!
They like that you are treating Gorgatula with respect, and they appreciate the positive representation. So they sent you this, and he summons a jar that has an eyeball inside of it.
What does this do?
They say that it is the eye of a cleric.
A
Oh, like a
cleric?
canary.
A cleric.
A cleric.
They said that while you are in the haunted lands, if you are within 100 feet of any undead, the eyeball will shift to it and stare at the source of the undead.
Do your eyes do
Yeah,
that
the eyeball's
normally,
gonna be
Canary?
going crazy then.
If I have the right spells prepared, I can. But this is very nice of them.
I want the eye.
Take the eye, please.
It doesn't require attunement, so that's good.
To Umbran.
You know, sometimes you can't get the blood vampire to jump in a jar, but sometimes you get an eye.
Oh yes, that age-old piece of wisdom. Very good, Umbran. Anyway,
His mother used to tell it to him every night.
they also provided this wand. So here is a wand.
Hmm.
And it appears it's floating in front of you.
What kind of wand?
They said that they milked many spiders for this wand. It is a wand of web.
Oh.
Maybe you wouldn't be so scared of spiders, Moxie, if you too could be a spider.
I think I'd probably still be scared of spiders.
Could web the spiders.
I will hold on it for now. If somebody else would like it, we can.
Next up is the Exorcist Union. They say that you did a fantastic job of exorcising that village of ghosts. And so they have provided this. And what appears in front of you is some robes. And yes, this is a homebrew item that I haven't put on D&D Beyond yet. This is a robe of ghostliness, or something like that. I think that's a ridiculous name, but then it's just, why not name it something
Perhaps
cool?
we'll change it once we decide
Yeah.
who uses it.
Yeah, perhaps you can change it.
That
This
was a brain
robe
accident.
of ghostliness. Once per day, as a reaction, you can use this to become intangible until for like a few seconds. And so once you're intangible, you become immune to attacks that aren't magical, the piercing, bludgeoning, slashing kind, as they just phase right through you as if you were a ghost.
Cool.
Oh, and here, you would get 500 gold pieces for for everything, and then there were some secret sponsors as well. There were a few more that...
Each or total? Sorry.
Total. Not each. You did get this, how do I say this gently? You did get a death threat.
I love those.
Okay.
Was it
From
It was...
Is there a picture of like a cracked egg on the side?
No. Nothing like that. The death threat seems to come from someone named P. John Wilkinson. and he said that the way you mistreated that aberration, I can't remember his name, it was a spectator, I believe, was abhorrent, and you should be killed for thinking he had friends and then leaving him behind.
Oh,
you're
the,
talking about the one
in a
with
room.
the
The
cake,
spectator.
pancakes.
Yep.
Look, there was only so much we could do for that guy.
I've got some news for P. John Wilkinson. Nothing in the dungeon sphere is real.
I mean,
So-
if P. John Wilkinson would like, he could come here and fight me.
Yes, we would like to offer a challenge to P. John Wilkinson. 1v1 me, scrub.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll get right on that.
Okay, just let him know. Let him know anytime, anywhere. I will kick his ass.
We will be putting in an investigation into who sent this letter, but for now, just that's all I got for you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Quentin.
Yeah, congratulations for surviving this far. You've been actually doing fairly well compared to some of the other teams.
We still have everyone.
Yes, true.
Oh, has Team Nightwalker gotten to the second round yet?
They have.
Are they still at 3 people?
They added a 4th.
Oh,
God, they keep adding more people.
who is anyone still on level 1, or are we all on level 2 now?
There is, unfortunately, 2. Team Treant and Team Rock are still on level 1. The rest are here.
Is anyone on level 3?
Yes. Team Dragon
Oh, shit.
and Team Hydra. Luckily, nobody is on level 4.
You said Dragon and Hydra?
Hydra, yes.
And Egg is
And
on
Your,
the
your little
Hydra.
friend Egg is on it.
Okay, so what did they figure out that we don't know?
Well, they must
Great.
have just gotten here earlier than us, I guess.
Did they finish in the first half of the teams coming out of level 1?
They must have if they're
Oh, yes.
already up to level 4.
Team Hydra was the first to get to level 2. Team Dragon close behind. They appear to be leading the pack.
Maybe they'll kill each other.
Maybe.
They could.
If not for the their alliance.
That would explain
Alliance.
They've
It
been
would
working
certainly
closely
be easier
together.
to get through a dungeon if you had 10 players on your team instead of 5.
Suppose that's true.
All I know as an audience member into that team is that they it's less about helping and being around each other and all that. It's more about the exchanging of information. Such all that appears to be their main benefit to each other.
Well,
Everyone plays a different game. Just depends on what kind of team you are.
alrighty. Well, thank you again. We'll try and not call you as much as possible.
Thank you. Bloop. He's gone.
Okay, who wants to make friends?
People should be here, yeah? Like, this is one that has people, right? It's not, this is one of the by yourselves one.
Yeah, that's only at the end of the level.
Okay, should we head into town and see who's in the inn?
Yeah, and do we have a way to contact Team Phoenix? That's who we're meeting, right?
And my cousin.
Well, that's true.
Team Empyrean and Team Phoenix, yeah.
I'll send. I mean, we can walk into town, or I have 2 third levels left, so I could do sending one to your cousin and then one to Zinnia.
Well, I guess let's go see who's here first, and then if nothing else, we can kind of step away and do that. Because if they're already here, there's no point.
Great.
As you head into town, it's very much a beach town sort of thing. Beach town, fishing town. There's docks, boardwalks,
And
different
everywhere.
paths that, yeah, sand everywhere. a light breeze from the water. The water seems to stretch out far, as if it was the actual ocean. The light above does appear as though like there's an actual sun. So you're not sure if you're still in the sphere or if you've been taken someplace else entirely. But you're here. And the town itself has more sloped roofs with rain gutters that carry whatever ocean rain that they get away from the homes, some irrigation channels on the side of the roads. And if you reach the center, you'll notice that the same well from the checkpoint 1 is in the same place. And you look around and the same businesses, taverns, establishments are all there. It's just a different skin. We were talking about skins earlier. This is a different skin for this checkpoint.
To the inn first then, see if anyone's there, or the tavern.
Yeah, and we can also, if anyone wants to do phone calls now.
I think let's just see who's here.
Yeah.
As you head to the tavern, you hear some commotion from outside. And as you head into the tavern, you see 10 people sitting. There's 5 people sitting at one table, 5 people sitting at another. They don't really seem to be talking to each other or talking between each other, but they seem to be enjoying some drinks, some food, and one of them appears to be, there's a bowl in the center. They might be making holy water. Who knows? From what you can tell, these 2 teams are Team Phoenix on the left and then Team Empyrean on the right.
Oh, they're here.
They turn to look at you, and the gnome from Team Phoenix jumps out of her seat and starts running up to your group, and then a dwarf from Team Empyrean slides back his seat, pushes it back in, and then starts limping his way towards you.
Oh boy.
They get there. Zinnia first. Zinnia looks at all of you. Oh my gosh, Steam Reaper, I can't believe you made it! Oh, that was a lot faster than I thought it would be. Hi, how are you? She goes to like try to shake each of your hands. If she's going to reach out to grab your hand no matter where it was unless you pull away.
Okay.
All right.
No problem.
Hello. That's such a grip, Braina. Oh, wonderful. Oh, Frexel, this is a beautiful piece of tech. Oh,
Thank you. Rex is very caught off guard.
Oh, he met a girl.
Someone else to propose to.
And
Nice.
Moxie, I've heard of your legendary punches from multiple people so far.
Yeah,
Now-
they're great.
I just hope that you give me the nice punches, because that would be wonderful. If ever a time comes for that. And then Kanari, the mighty Kanari, the healer, the leader of the pack, the one that always makes the wise decisions. Wonderful. And then Umbrin, oh, you assassin. You're just, you're just all so good, so cool. And you're here. I'm
Look
sorry,
at
I'm a little bit
Kanori,
of a
leader
fan.
of the pack.
I do talk to more people than you do.
Leader of the pack.
Listen, some of us
It's-
lead from a point of.
Is she not your elected leader? You
Excuse you, do you know whose
Oh.
team this is? Do you know the main sponsor of this team? Never have I been so offended.
and Braina, you hear the large bump 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 as your cousin limps over to you. Bright red beard, ponytailed. His helmet is off, so you can see his eyes, a scar over one of his eyes. Whoa, Braina! It's so good to see
I don't
you.
remember. I don't remember what his name is. What is his name?
He doesn't have one.
Let's play this. Let's RP this. You don't remember your cousin's name.
I don't. Oh no. Okay.
It's-
I'd be like, hi, and I do that thing, where you like hand and then like behind the back thing. I don't know what it's called.
I haven't
It is
seen you
so-
since we were kids.
It is so good to see you.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing her accent, sorry. It's fine. It's so good to see you. Oh my gosh. Have you met my friends Kanari? This is my cousin.
Yeah. Hello, Kanari.
Hi, very nice to meet you. Brenna's told us that
Oh
you were
my.
here. Sorry, I'm horrible with names. Can you remind me of that?
Oh, yeah. My name is Skondin Boulderfoot. Nice to meet you.
Right, Scorned. It's very, very nice to meet you.
Scorned. I forgot it's Scorned.
It's very nice to meet you. Yeah, no, it's very lovely here. And just she's like, Phoenix and
Alright.
Miriam are both here. Just yeah.
Well, she's not good with words, but Braina, you've never been bad with words. Go ahead. Give me one of your rousing motivational speeches.
Oh God, are you serious?
I mean, we just
Yeah.
got out of a bad luck room. Maybe we get
Oh.
some ale first.
Yeah, that was.
Right. My bad.
before speeches. I don't know.
I'm just
that-
very eager. I haven't seen you in forever.
I-
My bad. As Zinnia
man.
is like still like looking over Vrexel's machine and kind of like giving Kanari a look down like, oh my gosh, who sewed your outfit? I need to get in touch with him. Please give me the contact information as soon as possible.
I hate her.
The,
She's the worst person we've met in the dungeon so far.
the Temple Celestian, and she'll sit. I could probably. I wasn't as good as my mom is, but I could probably figure out how to
Oh yes,
make
yes.
something.
I will commission from you. I have money. I can give you a down payment right now.
Oh God. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. I guess I can try. I don't know if that would make the most sense since we're both in here right now. I mean, you could probably.
Right.
I-
Maybe
we can-
after. If we both
After.
survive, after the dungeon sphere, we'll have to exchange contact information. We'll have to get Scrybook information, and then we
We
can
both
always
have-
stay connected.
If you would excuse me, my humanoids need sustenance, and I'm gonna like push everyone to a table where no one is.
Well, talk to you later. Vrexel, I'd love to match wits with you sometime.
Absolutely. That sounds
Right,
Great.
the field of
Rachel,
battle
keep
it
your
is.
wits in your pants. I can't stand her.
Right, Vrexel, meet me at the dueling arena tomorrow morning.
Oh, is that thing still here? I guess.
And you all get moved to a table, and a spiritual waitress walks up with a pen and paper. Hey, what you having?
Just like all of the meat, please.
All the meats, please.
Just all of it.
Yeah.
All of it. Just, is that what everyone's going to have?
I'll take a salad.
All of the meat and all of the salad. Okay.
Not all.
Oh, no,
I just
okay,
do
not all
of it.
it's like
Then
a-
she disappears.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna have enough greens for a lifetime.
They don't even keep well.
It's all gonna wilt.
Don't worry, I can help with that.
Okay.
I mean, I've never seen you eat a salad, but perhaps you could.
I just need
I mean,
something.
meat is the best part, but you gotta wash it down with something, right?
Well, that was unpleasant all around.
I didn't realize we had such fans. How do they know about us?
It is.
I mean, I know we
I-
were cool on opening night, but
Oh, I'm going to mention one thing, guys. They're just like 3 or 4 feet away, maybe.
Well, there's music. It's kind of like dampening out some of the sounds, and you can lean in and have a hushed conversation without them hearing.
hmm
fairly easily, unless they actively try to perceive.
They just know a lot about us, and I have a lot of questions.
Their sponsor could be telling them. I mean, I don't think they can share a ton of information, but they know our location, just like we know theirs.
We should see if they can tell us what temples they've been at, and we can try to maybe cross them off the map.
Right. I know of one that Jeannie went to that we haven't been to yet.
Okay. Is that one of the ones that Dave told us about, though? The, like, underground one?
I'd have
Yeah,
to
they
look
said
at his
they
map
found a
again.
temple made of bone. They fought the lich down there.
Yeah, he mentioned, or Garglet Tula, I think, told us about some of the deities that had temples down here.
Yeah, he told us about the spirit village, the East Nature spirit by a lake. Do we think that's the Blood Lake?
Most definitely, yeah.
Oh yeah, nature. So yeah, so sun, nature by waterfall, mountain dwarf temple, temple in a ghost village, and then underground cave were the ones that we have heard about. Is the waterfall marked on our map as a temple that we've been to?
No.
Okay.
I mean, how many more challenge rooms do we want to attempt to do before looking for the exit guardian?
Well, I mean, I think, you know, at one point, Kanari mentioned that maybe it's some kind of puzzle, so I think even just knowing where they are is a good thing, especially since when we're not in this room, having a consecrated ground to stay at is ideal.
Mhm.
So, even if we're not, like, actively seeking out challenge temples, I think knowing where they are for sleeping purposes is a good idea.
So I'm not great at puzzles, but like, is there maybe some sort of pattern where these temples are in the thing that we need to like make some sort of connect the dots picture?
No, I don't think so. If Hydra and Dragon are already out of here, I think they might have gotten here, found the exit guardian, and just went through. I do feel like we have been here an extended amount of time.
They were a bit ahead of us though.
I mean, we've only slept like twice, haven't we?
We have.
Or once.
Twice.
At
There was the
Paylor,
night
right?
at Paylor and then Elda.
Oh, and the yeah, okay, you're right. Yeah, so it's only been 2 days, so I don't think that that's a ton of time, especially because I think, you know, we got the message from Team Phoenix, like, and we were still in the lower floor at least another day, if not 2.
If Hydra's in the lead right now, Egg could be seeing something we're not, or they could just be getting really lucky. And that kind of lack of consistency, I mean, Team Dragon, they've seemed strong at the opening. It could just be that they are bulldozing their way through, kind of clearing a path for Hydra, and then Egg is coming up behind and sharing the information with it. I mean, Hydra is full of wild cards. We don't know what they could be doing.
Yeah.
It's in that moment that you hear a loud banging of the door as it gets swung open behind you, and you just see Empress charging in, heading straight for a mop bucket, picking it up and then throwing up into it.
Oh dear.
I think they probably had a good time in the challenge room.
Vrain will call out to Embers. Embers, you the only one left?
No, I just had to run in here. I need ginger ale. And then she throws up in the bucket again.
Oh dear.
At least we only had to give away some gold, right?
Wouldn't it be better to emulate outside, where the smell would not infect other humanoids?
Ginger ale!
Seems quite rude.
You don't really think too clearly when you're like that.
I don't think that team thinks too clearly at all.
Well,
That's coming from me.
I was trying to be polite, but
I'm not.
The other members of Team Genie coming through. The only one who seems to be like decent is Claude. The others all look queasy and like they're struggling.
Hey, Claude, what happened?
We went to a room where everything was confusing and twisted, and we couldn't go in any direction. It was like vertigo. I was fine after a little bit, but the rest are too weak.
We could have done pretty good in that room. Me and you.
Probably.
Talking to Clyde.
Claude?
Claude.
Yeah. You mean?
Oh, Brenna, you really are bad at names.
We got
Hey,
Constitution
Clyde,
for
old
days.
buddy.
Claude. It's
Constitution for days.
fine. Indeed.
Everyone sits down and they order some ginger ale. And
So, do we want to try and talk to one of these teams? I mean, what do we want? What are we looking for?
Does
Well-
the meat come?
I mean, I think it'd be a good idea to hear out some of their propositions potentially if an alliance is helping, Dragon and Hydra get through.
You know for sure that Empyrean and Phoenix are open to it. It seems like Genie isn't interested in making allies, and based on that fight, I
We
don't
don't
think
want
we'll
them.
have to worry too much about their place.
how do I say this nicely?
So between Phoenix and Empyrean,
Yeah. Well,
Seem-
and when we walked in, they were kind of together, right? So maybe they also have an alliance.
No, they were at separate tables.
Okay,
That's
I
when they
couldn't
noticed
remember.
us that they came together.
Got it. Okay.
Would a three-way alliance be out of the question?
not
You asked me for a
necessarily.
three-way?
I always am.
I don't think it would be out of the question to at least propose it. It's a matter of if the two of them can get along.
Well, if we set it up in a way where we're the point of contact potentially.
Right.
Just keep in mind.
Perhaps Rexel, you go talk to Team Phoenix, and Brenna goes to talk to Team Empyrean, and we'll see how things
Yo,
play out.
when's my meats here? I need a plate.
And as if on command, the ghostly waitress appears with two plates. Somehow she's holding them. One just has a bunch of just steaks stacked on top of each other. And then the other one, there's a bowl on top of the plates. And it's just like salad on salad.
Could I
are all
also
these
get
steaks
some
different?
bread?
Sorry.
What?
Could I also get some bread with this?
All the bread.
All the bread.
And cheese. Bring
No,
cheese.
Not all the bread, just some bread and some
Bread
cheese.
and
Actually,
cheese.
yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Is
Just put it on
the
your tab.
steak just all the one flavor steak, or is it like pig steak, cow steak?
Yes.
sheep steak?
All of the kind of steaks that you can think of.
Flavors of steak.
Here's the thing: I personally, IRL, don't actually eat big hunks of meat like that. I don't know.
Oh, no, it's
I don't
perfect.
actually
Like the
eat,
idea
let me
that she
tell
calls
you.
all
There's no
things
consumption
steak.
going
I love
on
it.
in my house.
Just need all the meats. I don't know.
I have one attunement slot. Do I want to use it for this wand web? Who do we want to give the ring of protection to?
Raina would not be opposed, but if other people want more AC,
I mean, we're all about the same except, excuse me, Umbrin has the lowest now, right?
I do.
I don't think you've really been hit
Yeah.
much at
So-
all.
I haven't.
We could give it to
So I would
Brenna.
feel bad taking it. But I do want it.
If I get rid of the
I don't want
Cool.
it, so I will be out of this.
Well, you already have the cloak of protection.
Yeah, I already have the cloak, so I don't need it.
Rexel, Kanari, you two are the most likely to take damage statistically.
Yeah, but
I
I'm behind a
believe
lot of
I've
I'm
taken
behind
the
a lot of
least.
armor. I'd say either give it to the healer or to the person who runs up first. Neither of those
Yeah.
are me.
Breno, why don't you hold on to it for now?
Okay.
And then that way you have it. There's a good chance you can absorb most of that damage. We'll be good to go. And if we need to reevaluate later, we always can. I'll do a better job of staying further back. Well, not a better job. I'll do my best to stay back, but sometimes it's kind of hard when the whole party spreads out and I can only heal within a certain distance, so...
And then I will spend the hour attuning to the Rod of Wand of Whips.
Leader of the pack.
I'm going to ignore that you said that.
Oh, it's only 1 AC. I thought it was 2. Oh, that's fine. But +1 to all saves, which is good because some of my saves are really low.
I was
I'll
gonna
spend
say
an hour. Or I'll spend an hour eating meat and having playing with this ring.
Because Umbrin will never be getting an AC bump, ever. Because he's not going to make it to a ability score improvement.
Umbrin. Okay.
So, and I've got the best armor I could potentially have.
Rexel will, not having anything to attune to, eventually go walk over to Team Phoenix and just kind of check in with the group. I'll get the offer, see what they have. Looking for information and not killing each other, right?
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you want to talk to... I could go with you. Brena, I know you're attuning to the ring, but I could start the conversation with Empyrean, since I think we have the whole god angle.
Okay. Yeah, she'll
And
just
then-
follow.
All right. So Vrexel, as you approach Team Phoenix, Zinnia turns her head. Ah, there's the man.
Oh, yeah, hi. We just thought we'd get settled, get some food, talk things out, but we were excited to hear from you. I know you're not the returning champions, sort of. It's just good to, to get a word in, I guess.
Oh, yeah, yes, indeed. Pull up a chair, pull up a chair.
I've kind of already got one.
Oh, true, my bad. So everyone, this is the one I've been telling you about, Vrexel. Vrexel is quite the genius, and I think that he's gonna do so well in the dungeon sphere. So, let me introduce you to the rest of us. This is Brent Locke. He's a human, and you see this man with dark features, slanted eyes. He has a cigar in his mouth. He's just smoking it. And a big portion of his front appears to have been burned, but where the burn is, there's red dragon scales. And he just gives you a head nod. He doesn't say anything. He does a head nod and blows out some smoke. And this is Colonel. It's the tiefling, and he is in some ornate robes at the moment. He has a twisty mustache, a little pointy beard. Yes, indeed. He takes another swig of his wine. And this is Cypress. You see a half-elf with pale skin, bright red hair, and her sister, Elamar. And you see a... oh wait, no, Cypress doesn't have pale skin. She has olive skin, so does Elamar. And they have similar features, except Cypress has bright red hair and Ilamar's hair is brown. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hey!
Hello.
So
Hi.
good to meet you.
Hi.
Cypress was the overexcited one. So, Vrexel, this spider chair. I don't know what you call this.
That works. That's a fairly apt description. I mean, it's not entirely sure.
Yeah, from the research that we've done onto your team, it appears as though you have lost some function of your legs because of the nomophage, right?
More or less. Yeah. Also, not. Yes. I can get up and walk around if I need to, but it's just easier to stay on here, and kind of gives me a little bubble and lots of tools, and yeah, just sort of kind of keeps me moving.
Right. Well, it's most unfortunate that it did affect you like that and did have lingering effects. All I got from the nomophage was a stress eating habit, so I consider myself lucky. And if you look at her, she does have some more portlier features, and the group just sort of looks at you, scanning you up and down. Brentlock blows some more smoke, kind of out his nose, out his mouth. It almost looks as though he's like a dragon breathing out smoke from time to time. So, Vrexel, is it? That's Brentlock talking.
Well, Vrexel von Chomsky, Sage Steam McPuffet, but yeah, sure, Vrexel.
Right. Vrexel, we've seen a little bit of what you've been doing around here. So.
Around here?
Yeah, Dungeon Sphere.
Okay, we haven't seen a lick of you, so that's...
That's the trick, isn't it?
Good to know.
Yeah, so, just know that our team is interested in aligning ourselves with yours.
Well, let's get down to details then. What exactly does that look like?
An exchange of information, mostly. Helping each other in battle, if we choose to do so. Potentially trading magic items that we acquire. Yeah.
Are you interested in traveling together?
Probably not. Especially not in this level. Seems as though the larger the group, the more danger it attracts. So.
We've discovered that ourselves.
Yeah. I also would propose non-aggression. If our team ever came up upon your team, we wouldn't eliminate you. And I expect
very reassuring.
Yeah, that's sort of what the Alliance is.
Well, as the resident sort of smart one, I've got the information that we have collected. If you want to start now, let's go for it.
Yeah, Zinnia's can take care of that. Right, information. I'm great with information.
So I assume you saw the map out by the door. Did it kind of light up the places you'd hit already too?
Yeah, it's different for each team. Only shows what you've seen, not what others have. Even if you're standing next to each other, appears as though no matter what, you can only see yours.
Vrexel will pull out the parchment and just sort of go through any places they'd hit that we haven't, and vice versa. Right,
so the way that this level... Actually, you know what? I'm going to let Zinnia take care of this. I need more alcohol. And he walks away to... Right. So she pulls out her map and lays it out on the table, and you begin comparing notes. Okay, so this level appears to be split into two by the mountains. Well, if you think of it another way, since it's a sphere, you can either put the mountains at the end or in the middle. For us, we're just going to put it in the middle because it appears, from what we have gathered, that each team has either appeared on one side of the mountains or the other, as a way to split them up, make it so that they aren't as likely to run into each other. And yes, so you already have that tower marked, it appears.
We got a fairly close look. Lots of undead around the base. seems like a challenging approach, to be sure, although that probably means it's important.
Right. Our team has decided not to worry about that tower. We just think that whatever's at the top, it probably isn't quite worth as much as getting through this level. We'd rather just make our way to the next one as quickly as possible. This is not a great level to be in.
No, it's not. What do you know of moving to the next level? I mean, if you look at kind of the way things are arranged, pointing at the map, is there anywhere in particular you're thinking to go? We just kind of went our way up to the mountains and...
Well, we need to make sure that this alliance is formalized before I start giving you the really juicy information.
Fair enough. What does that look like in your mind?
I can draw up a contract, an agreement, and tomorrow we can have our team sign it.
I've been called naive before. Just a contract, or what makes it binding?
Well, legality, of course. But I can throw in a little bit of influence from the outside. If contracts are established here and you break it, then our sponsors can sue your sponsors, and then we can get money towards us. Outside, if you break a contract, while within, whoever is sponsoring you faces the penalties, which then in the end harms you later on.
Is that how things work here? Are we even worried? Sorry, there's been a lot of moral and ethical conundrums lately. I didn't really know that's how it worked. Well, good to know. I can take that back to my group. Baseline, we are not going to kill each other. We'll exchange information, maybe do a trade or two. That sounds reasonable to me. I'll make the pitch.
Sounds good to me as well. Oh, and Vrexel, if you ever find yourself needing a team and we have an opening, you're more than welcome to join us. Only if the worst comes to it.
I admire your gumption. And with that, just kind of waves and turns.
That's it. Gumption.
Then goes back to the group. Kind of standard affair. They won't kill us if we don't kill them. We'll tell each other anything we might know. They want to sign a contract? I don't really know. Umbrin, you might know more about this than me, about sort of how that works with your, with the team sponsor.
I
and
know 80% of people who sign contracts are dirty, lying thieves who just want something from you.
That's kind of what I thought too. But they did say that maybe magic items for trade too, things we don't want for things they don't want. They seem nice enough, I guess.
And then
Phineas certainly seems nice to you.
We can pause that so that we can switch over to Team Empyrean's encounter. Oh, Brano, you're back.
I am Scorndon. So
I'm
what happened to your
sorry for overwhelming you earlier. Oh, this has been something since I was a teenager.
Oh, it didn't happen here? Okay.
No. He lifts his leg up and then pulls it, and it actually pops off of a little stub.
Brady's gonna like get down close and inspect.
Yeah. You know, so your family has the forge, we have a forge as well, but we focus more on not the weapons and armor, but more like the industrial things, like the scythes for the farming, the saws for splitting of wood.
So the boring stuff that we don't want to do. Got it.
Right. We took that. And one day, little Petunia, she wasn't paying attention, just going along, playing with one of the scythes, and she went whoosh, whoosh, and then whoop, gone. Leg just gone.
Petunia's I don't remember. I don't know. Brandon might know. I don't know, obviously.
Oh, you haven't met Petunia, so it's okay if you can't remember.
Okay. Who's Petunia?
My little sister.
Sister.
Yeah.
I got a few of those myself.
Oh, from the look of you, she already weighs more than you, and she's only 37. How old is you?
Old as I.
Yeah.
Oh God, I knew that at one point. I think
Because dwarves have a different lifespan, so I'm like.
You.
I think I'm younger than that.
29.
29.
Oh, not
I'm younger.
not 37. Okay, yeah, she's only 19. Beefy as hell.
Just a
Oh
child.
dang! I bet she'd be fun to have a scrap with.
She's taken me down quite a few times.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, but no harm done.
Except for your leg.
I just made myself a new leg. No big.
Oh, the craftsmanship is very nice. I like it.
Thank you. I actually was thinking, I'm a cleric of the forge. Clerics, what are they known for? Healing, tending, not for creating things, but then of the forge, you're known for making things. And I want to combine that. I want to do things that can heal, help, but also something that I can make with the forge. So things like this. My wish is to get what I need to start that charity so that I can create things for other amputees such as myself.
Well, that seems like a very good thing to do. People go out do these kind of this. I bet a bunch of them come back and would need of them those kind of services.
Yeah. With all these games that Scryervision is sponsoring, it would be a really good industry. Now, I was hoping to ask you about an alliance.
I think an alliance would be a good idea. Canary still there? Or no?
Yeah. I think Kanari would walk up at that point. Just having finished a tremendous amount of salad. Just has a little roll in her hand and is just sitting with it and kind of
Brandon's still got like a chunk of a steak she's holding, like a giant turkey leg, and there's just nomming on it. Yeah, I mean that's why Canary,
right.
He's freaking goddamn, what's his name?
Scorndon.
That's me, it's not Brayna. Brayna knows. Scorndon is talking about maybe an alliance?
That would be very interesting. I'm assuming standard alliance stuff, sharing of information, other things like that. Did you have anything in particular in mind?
Let me confer with my team. Team! What were you thinking again? Yeah, so sharing information, tending to each other's wounds if we come upon each other and are injured, because we specialize in healing. We got 2 clerics, divine soul sorcerer. Wait, do we have a divine soul sorcerer? No, that's a monk, isn't it? Never.
Should be a sorcerer.
It's a sorcerer.
Yeah. And it's just we can help. We can help when we see it, but we also would like some assistance in battles if we end up finding something that's beyond our limits. And if usually the things that are beyond our limits have some sort of reward that we can split. Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, no killing each other or harming or
right. I was about to ask. Right.
Now, have you been to the haunted circus yet?
There's a haunted circus.
There is. In this land, there's a haunted circus, and there's a temple there. A temple to the god of comedy.
Well,
God of what?
all the temples we've seen have been lit up on the map, so obviously they're important in some way. So probably you should go there.
Which side of the mountains did you start out on?
The eastern. No, western.
And we started on the east side, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
that temple, if you go there, just turn back. Don't go there.
Why's that?
You don't want to know.
Is
Yeah,
this
we
a really
do.
bad? Is it really bad comedy?
No.
I mean, that's literally why we're asking, though. We do want to know.
Zombie clowns.
Oh. More logical.
Lots and lots of zombie clowns. If we didn't turn the
Killed all
undead,
the zombie clowns, we'd have our own circus.
he starts like visibly like shaking.
Well, and I think Kanari would look at Brayna and mind link really quick, just being like, do we want to talk with the rest of the team to see what Phoenix is thinking based on what Umbrin found out and then get back to them about this?
Yeah, because I'm not sure if can we have an alliance with one team or both teams at the same time, or do we need to only have an alliance with one?
I don't think there's anything in the rules that says we can't have an alliance with both. The only thing is if we do individual alliances, then we have to make sure that the two of them don't kill each other. Or if they do, that potentially the weaker team that's less of a threat that we could maybe beat later makes it through. I don't know. I would rather just have the three-way alliance.
Girl, you're throwing out some all-stars logic.
Oh, no, I don't know. Oh.
I think we should just try. Let's talk it over with the rest of the team, based on the fact that that Pretzel walked back to the rest of our table. I think we are better off just talking, pouring it over tonight, and then making decisions in the morning after a rest. Nobody's going anywhere anytime soon.
Sounds good.
Great. And I'll end the mind link and turn back and just say, if you're all right with it, we're pretty worn out, and we'd just like the night to think things over and make sure we have all of our affairs in order. But we can get back to you tomorrow, and for maybe if you started on the western side and we started on the eastern side, we could show you what we saw on the map, and maybe you do the same. That way we know generally what we've each been through and can make a better, more informed choice then.
Right. Of course. Yeah. Don't take too long because we have to leave the checkpoint at some point. But
yep.
Yeah.
We'll be tomorrow morning, bright and early.
Bright and
Over
early.
breakfast?
Breakfast. Oh my gosh, I hope they have eggs.
I'm hoping for bacon myself.
Bacon's not that good.
I grab Brayna and just say, "Hey, Sirius talking to you," and just
Fight,
walk her back to the table.
door, fight.
Listen, we get
and-
thrown
Sure
out
they're
if we fight.
related.
That's where we're going to pause to take our 10-minute break so that we can do what we need to do. So we will get back in 10 minutes. So that's around 9:50, 9:51. So au revoir. Resplendez-vous. I think we are back. Welcome back, everybody. I am Dungeon Master Dev, and we are in a beach episode. So,
Let's be
With the-
honest, we're not going out to the beach. We're too busy scheming.
so with the current schemes afoot and the alliances and whatnot, the tavern is full of these 4 teams, including yourself, and the evening, since it went really quickly from daylight to sunset while you were in here, and so if you were to go outside right now, it is a little bit darker, and so the time seems to be concurrent with whatever is outside in a way, and you are free to do as you wish.
If Moxie would permit it, the time that Rexel, Canary, and Brenna spent away from the group, Brenna has been pouting with his head on Moxie's shoulder.
Yeah, she would have been like,
Aw.
it's okay. And then just continuing to read the LDAP book still. And like, I'm here if you need anything. And then just reading, drinking.
That's what happened while you guys were away.
We hung out.
Vrexel sees Canary and Brayna coming back and is just gonna standard affair. Don't kill him. Tell us about each other and about things.
Added benefit and cost of healing. In the sense of they're a team full of holy casters and have a lot of healing at their disposal. But they ask us to tend to their wounds, which would tax a lot of my spell slots for any given encounter, which I'm willing to do if that's the name of the game.
Well, I mean, could we not say within reason? Like,
Oh, I
know.
think that's a boundary we can establish.
I certainly know you, but I also have some healing abilities if I need to. These people want to write up a contract, which seems completely nonsensical to me in here, but...
Scarden said nothing about a contract.
No, only the dirty and faithless believe in contracts. It is a dirty business practice all around.
Well...
Contracts are easily exploited, as if we had been attacked in the dungeon and they were to see us. They would not have to help. They could just leave us to our deaths, as is written in our contract.
I mean, that would be the Frexel, would you... I think the way we could do that is go over the contract. I mean, you have that spell that allows you to read at, like, lightning pace, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not ideal, but we could potentially do a refresher on legal systems of the Magisterium.
I mean...
But I don't want to spend the night doing that.
Neither do I, and honestly, who's even the enforcing, governing body of contracts within the Dungeon Sphere? They said that if we break it, our sponsors could get sued by their sponsors, but again, is that even how that works? I don't...
is that not something that we could ask Quentin?
Oh.
The
Well,
court of law in the Magisterium is hell. We do not want to get involved with it. And quite frankly, House Silverarmia does not need another scandal under its belt. I say we avoid Team Phoenix at all cost.
Or maybe just yeah, we'll help you out. We'll not kill you, but no contract. Just say, yeah, we don't need it. We'll be fine.
To Phoenix or for...
I mean,
To Phoenix, because they're the one that wanted
Yeah.
the contract, right?
right.
Right. I think Empyrean started on the opposite side of the mountains. It sounds like we can get more information from them. We can share it from our side to there. Brina has the added benefit of not getting killed by her own family. I think that's a pretty fair assumption. If Phoenix is on the same boat as the rest of us, I just don't want to...
We'll have to tread very carefully though, because if they're getting this
Mhm.
close, or they want us to do this alliance this badly, and we say no, how are they going to react when
Exactly.
we're not in a place where they can't hurt us?
Also, for the record, Team Phoenix seemed to imply that they'd done quite a lot of research on us.
I thought that was
extensive, uncomfortable amount.
Oh, well, lovely.
That's
Okay.
weird.
Well,
If they do draw up a contract, we should not sign it here into the dungeon. We should send it to House Silveronia to get them to look over it before any of us put a name on it. Get an outside source who knows what they're doing to look at it.
I agree.
I think that's a good plan.
Especially if what they're saying is true, with it having to deal with like, if breaking the contract really does do stuff outside, like, I don't have any stake in the House Silveronia claims, or whatever, but I'm sure that they'll still come find me somewhere. So
It might
And-
take your second born.
yeah, which I'm not having, but
Or they might send the bill to the Order of Owls.
well, they don't have money, so I don't know who would pay.
Do you know what the word repossession means, Moxie?
I mean, but they just, I don't know enough about how the order works.
You could lose your
Also-
temple, potentially. We don't know who Team Phoenix is connected to on the outside, what their holds through the government are. If you would excuse the pun, this is playing with fire.
That is a very clever pun.
Thank you. I am a master of comedy.
Hey, speaking of comedy, there's a circus. I think we should go.
Circuses!
That sounds fun.
There it is.
Bread and circuses, yes, let's go!
Lots of zombies, but it's the
Okay,
temple's dedicated to the god of comedy.
that sounds even better.
Comedy, huh?
Why didn't I find a book about the comedy god? That seems way more my speed.
What domain is the god of comedy in?
Trickery.
You would
Trickery.
assume trickery,
Yeah.
but what if?
Hey, laughter
Nice.
brings people together.
Laughter is the true forming of peace.
It's a nature
Medicine.
god.
I was trying to look in my notes. I thought that we had gotten like a warning against Brina's family or something, but I can't remember. So
Brina her family has a nemesis, a rival named the Hammer Toads or something.
Yes, the hammer toads. Relatives of the battle toads.
Hammerlock.
Hammer toads.
Cartoons.
That's
Pieces
just
of
what it is
grung
now.
who thinks they're dwarves.
That's correct. That is correct now. Yep.
canon.
Cannon.
Oh boy.
Jeff's scribbling notes.
I think. Do we have any use for the Medallion of Thoughts anymore? Does anybody want it?
What does it do? I mean, no, but what does it do again?
It basically lets me cast Detect Thoughts. It 3 times a day. The spell save DC is relatively low. I don't know if they've expanded their services at any of these shops compared to what we had last level, but there might be some thing we could get out of it, if nothing else, some gold.
I've also got this ring.
Your garbage ring.
It...
I
Yes.
thought you were proposing to people with it.
Well,
Is that? I mean, I understand the utility of this ring, but if you just wanted to propose to me, you could do that too. I mean, like,
I mean, you could offer it to Zinnia when the contract is signed.
I'm sorry. You have to talk to Kinari's best friend and ask for her hand before you can propose to her. Come on now.
It wasn't an actual proposal. We're fine.
I'm just saying.
You know, Kinari, your comedy could use some work. Maybe we should go to the temple.
I'm going into a battle of wits and my team's unarmed. Oh boy.
Hey,
you know, at least we have a leader, so that's all that matters. And Kinari just gets
reeling
up.
from that still. Leader, how dare she say she's been watching us?
Hey,
who needs wit when I can punch everything?
Punch!
Who needs wit when you've got shadow daggers?
Okay,
Stab that bitch in the back.
I just imagine Umbrin still has like his head on Moxie's shoulder, and Moxie's doing this, and the daggers have also come out, but they're still just like sitting next to each other.
An amalgamation of destruction.
So, okay, Phoenix has done a lot of research into us. I think we have some intel about the other teams, but that might not be a bad thing to do while we're here at the checkpoint. I mean, I could...
How do they get this information on us?
You could probably talk to the sponsor. I know they'll be able to share at least the participants. At least vaguely.
What level spell is Scry?
Fifth, yeah.
Fifth level, okay.
Zinnia and I both have Sending. So I know that's at least in her spell book.
Did any of them appear to have like a crystal ball? I'm aware of a crystal ball that has the scrying spell in it.
That is a question for Dev.
None of them did. Not
that we could see.
As far as you could see.
Well, I mean, we could make it part of our alliance to ask them to give us what they know about the other teams. Might give us a sense of what they know about us.
I 110% believe we would not win in a fight against Team Phoenix.
I don't know.
That's a lot of fire.
True. Well, I mean, what if we go back to Team Phoenix and say that we'd be interested in a truce for now, but we won't be signing anything, right? And then
until it's been looked over by our legal professionals.
Yeah, if it has to do with outside the house, with like if the consequences come to the outside houses, we can't speak for our Quentin.
Monsters.
So
We can't speak for our Quentin.
yeah, as much as I like to give him a funny voice, in my head,
So
well, I do speak as him. I cannot speak for him.
Yeah, there you go.
We could agree to just a pact of non-aggression. That, you know, we won't necessarily get all the information we would like to have out of them, but it would at least get us somewhere.
Yeah, that could be a good way, and then, you know, we can kind of agree to work out other details as they come up, I guess.
After consultation with our legal team, I think that makes sounds like we have a plan.
About Empyrean now.
Empyrean doesn't seem like they're trying to pull one over on us. That doesn't seem like their way.
Scorndon has a real cool leg. It falls off.
Based on what I heard, it sounds like he's trying to be a lot of work similar to what I want to do. Helping people.
I have a question. Can't only one team win the Dungeon Sphere?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But that just means at the end, we no longer have an alliance, and we send them the wrong way so we can get there first.
I do not feel Team Empyrean is going to I'm so sorry, Brayna, make it through the dungeon. I feel their chances are low.
Does not. Okay, out of character question. Does not finishing the dungeon mean they automatically die?
No.
No, I just think that they will die at some point, regardless of our pact with them. We're not going to be there with them the entire time. We will get to a next level. Quintus will have to pop up and say, hey, didn't make it. That's my Quintus voice. Which is a very real possibility.
We don't have to rush that along, at least.
Well, yeah, I think that, to be fair, we could have easily killed those assholes. And she points to Team Genie.
You look over at Team Genie, and Claude is eating a large lamb chop, just tearing off of it like a dog. And Gale has a nest, just a random nest with a few little baby birds, just cheep, 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 cheep. And she's feeding them a worm each. And then you see Empress, who is actually over at another table in a fierce political argument about individual freedoms versus the common good.
Yeah.
Where's His Highness Sir Regal? I live in a teapot.
And I mean, I wouldn't have lost any sleep
you don't
over
see
that.
him,
Okay.
but you do see his little lamp just sitting on the middle of their table.
He's in the teapot.
That's his name.
Short and
They're
stout.
so insufferable. I hate that team entirely. But
He has the handle and the spout.
we only
Oh,
attack.
Kanari. You gonna be okay?
I'll be fine. I just turned varying stages of pink.
We saw. We were there to see it.
Team Imperion, if they're sponsored by the Holy Temple of Divinity. They have a bunch of different gods on their side. I think that's an ally you at least want to get for this level. If the whole point is, as much as we can assume right now, to get to different temples and light up parts of the map, then who better than a team that knows more specific about gods and other things? But I agree.
Oh, go ahead.
Umbran might have a point. I think they can, if they're as capable. They mentioned they have 2 clerics. If we really wanted to get to the top of the tower, having 3 clerics, if both of us team up, that's a surefire way to get a battering ram through an army of the undead.
So we say yes to both, one a little more tentatively, and meet with them both in the morning to discuss finalized terms?
Yeah.
Yes.
And if they want to form an alliance with us, like Phoenix does, we have something that they don't have. I don't know what it is, but they have a weakness that we can exploit.
Oh,
And
I thought you
Imperion.
were actually going to tell us something that they didn't have.
No,
Wait, Phoenix or Imperion?
both, but mostly Phoenix.
We have
They
our
have the
secret weapon.
they have,
We
there's
have
the same.
friendship.
Well, I think that's light of fire. They draw a lot of attention.
That's a good point.
They are very flashy. It is not something that seems very controlled.
You get a plate of drinks delivered to you, 4 pints of ale. And the waitress just says, "It's from that woman over there." And she points over at Zinnia. Zinnia looks up. "Hi." As she downs her own.
Brandon goes in kind.
Constitution saves are.
Not yet.
Not yet. Give it an hour.
I'm interested in checking out some of the shops. And
Oh yes,
probably-
do we think there's new stock?
I hope so.
I
From
would
From
love
what
to
you
be
remember
interested.
last time, it was less about like more stock, but more about like things were available to you. It was just so expensive. It's kind of like when you go to an arcade and you get all these tickets, and then you go into like the prize area, and there's one that says 5,000 tickets, and it's there, it's taunting you, and you can't get it because you only have like 750. But you can get this cool thing for 750 tickets, this small thing, but it's not as big and flashy as the other ones.
Y'all, I just tried to divide 500 by 5, and I feel stupid. Oh, like, how much money did we get? I'm gonna use my calculator. I've got 369 gold, so
Nice.
Nice.
407. By the way, as an aside, D&D Beyond now has a backpack function.
Yes, it's so
Thank
nice.
God.
the backpack.
For me, who loves organizing things,
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to do that later.
so
It's
if
pretty-
you
it's pretty
do
easy.
leave
I
the
want
tavern,
backpack.
the sun has begun to set already. It is actually, if you look out onto the water, it is just above the horizon, slowly dipping down.
Is it twilight?
Yes.
Thank God. Oh,
Very
are the stars
beginnings
coming
of
out?
Twilight.
Fake stars?
Yes, fake stars.
Okay, Kanari will save that for later. She just wants to sit by the beach at night for a little bit later on.
Brandon kind of wants to go to the map, even though she likely can't figure out anything. Just kind of look at it and see if she can't find a pattern in the 3 that we've been to.
Yeah. As far as you can tell, nothing is standing out as a pattern. But you know what? Give me an intelligence check.
That's what I was hoping for. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Maybe.
Nope. That's a 7.
You're like, wait, everything that we have done has been in the upper right-hand corner of the map. That must mean something.
That's where we came in.
Pretty sure. Pretty sure, guys. I figured it out. Look, we're all right here.
Moxie would like to go make a phone call.
Okay.
Ooh.
So since you're in the tavern, it's the exact same schematics as the last tavern that you were in, so you know exactly where to go.
Okay, yeah. So she's gonna kind of go over there and
While Moxie's
Contact.
doing this, whoever wants to shop, by the way, can go into the Dungeon Sphere spreadsheet for the shops, and I can actually share that again into Discord just in case. Okay, go ahead, Moxie.
Oh yeah, so she would like to call her I don't remember what his name is. The Order of the Owls guy.
The person who is like integral to your backstory.
Yeah, whose name I'm like blanking. I'm having a real tough time with names
You know,
right now.
the
So
guy.
I have a
You
lot of I
just-
should have highlighted more things in my notes.
You're just gonna call him Master because I can't remember right now.
I know,
Give me a
it-
sec, I'll go look him up.
I was like, it might be in my notes somewhere, but gosh. I have the trauma doors marked pretty well, but not.
Dev, the document you sent us lets us see some other things that I don't think you want us to see.
Which document? Oh yeah, it does. That's the wrong one.
Quick, click on it.
Just don't go to any other ones.
Oh, I see.
It's not.
Hawking is his name.
Thank you. I'll write
Hawking!
that down again, and then I'll forget. I'll write it really big. Okay. Yeah. So she'd
I
like
got
to
the
tell
right
him.
one. Bring, bring. A few moments later, you see it, the screen shift and wobble until you see the same room that you saw before, but it angles downward, and as you look at it, or as you look at it, as it's angling downward, you see your master shirtless doing push-ups on the ground. He's actually doing like 1, 2, 3, and then tosses himself up to clap, and then 1, 2, 3. So he's working out, all sweaty. His body, he's a little bit older of a gentleman, but he's pretty jacked.
Moxie would just be like, oh god, Hawking.
He lands back on the ground, looks up. Moxie, you know I work out specifically between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Why are you bothering me?
I'm in a dungeon. How the fuck do you think I know what time is?
He pushes up and basically just pushes himself up to standing position and walks over, just sweat dripping everywhere. You're right. I'm sorry. How are you?
You know, cool and stuff. So, have you been watching at all, maybe, possibly?
I may have tuned in here and there.
Cool. So, I've been exploding a little bit. Did I ever do that as a kid? Not like in an angry way, but in like fire.
Oh, fire.
Maybe.
Well, I had thought that you would grow out of it.
Grow out of it?
When you were a child, you did blind a few caretakers. You get really upset or gassy, and then blinded.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I'm glad I grew out of it with the gassy part. Well,
Did you?
It's been happening again here.
What?
And Kanari and I were hanging out in this really cool room between the levels, and someone called me the Lightborn, and I was protecting a gateway. And then this book showed up and like showed me words, and she just like holds up the like Eldath tome and is like, and it's pretty interesting, but like Kanari couldn't see it glowing. She says that maybe they like picked me or something. And I was just wondering like if you have any contacts with this temple.
Temple of who? Eldath?
Yeah. She holds it up
Well,
again.
I do have some contacts. I can speak to them. It's interesting. You mentioned a lot. Gateway, all these things. I don't know much. All I know about your origins is you were left on our steps.
Yeah. One of my teammates said something about Asimar, but I was just saying I was people, and that didn't seem right. I still don't get it, but you know.
Well, we did raise you to just accept yourself for yourself. Doesn't matter who you are, what origins, what lineage. It's very good, very important for us to have you just appreciate you as an orphan.
Yeah, and I'm amazing. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I just have some questions about the whole, fire, light, explosion stuff. That's all. I feel like that's probably a standard question to have when you're exploding light from your gold scars and face and eyeballs.
Well, it is.
Oh, and I can control it now, kind of, in my fist sometimes.
Well, it appears to me as though, yes, you are, as they say in Azamar. That just means that you've been touched by a divine being. As you were born, you might have been conceived with an intention of something. If you were intended to be a protector of a gateway, then it appears as though whoever had a hand in your birth, your creation, probably made you this way for that purpose. Why they abandoned you, why they left you, I wouldn't be able to know. But if you are able to channel this energy and this magic, this potency into your martial arts, I would say focus on that, train that. if you meditate, find that light within you, bring it forth, you have much more power than I could ever dream of having inside me. I can train my body to my physical limits, but what you have is a gift. And from what I've watched, it appears as though whatever is happening, you are meant to protect Kanari.
So you are watching.
Yes,
Okay, cool.
but only in secret, behind closed doors, while no one is around.
Because you don't want everyone to know how much you love me? That's what?
Because pretty embarrassing. Like when you punch things really hard, I sometimes can't help but go, yes!
Oh,
That
okay,
would
well
be
that's
quite
fine.
embarrassing in front of
Yeah,
the others.
no, I understand. I get it. You gotta save that face.
Yes, I need to be the perfectly composed master of the owls. No.
Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, I guess let me know about the people that you know for this book, and she holds it up again.
I can't read anything. There's no words in that book.
There's a ton of words in this book.
No, you keep holding it up and it's just blank pages.
Okay, well, it's not. So just trust me on this.
All right. I'm just saying what I see.
Okay, that's fine. Could you ask some friends you know about the Eldath lady, goddess, ma'am, person? I don't know how to talk to a god. And maybe just get back to me about it.
Yes,
If you
I
could-
can do that.
If you could do it tonight and I could talk to you in the morning, that'd be great. If not, I'll just try to
That's
contact
a late
you.
notice.
All right. Well, we just got here and we had some negotiations or something to do. I don't know, but I'll just contact you next time I'm in a thing.
Aldath.
Yeah,
All right.
I found a book. She holds it up again.
I'll see what I can do. But it appears as though you're being led somewhere, drawn somewhere. You just need to keep following your gut.
I mean,
can
I
trust-
do.
Two things in this world. Do you know what those things are?
Your guts and meat.
No.
Oh,
Your
my guts
guts.
and my fists.
And Kanari.
Oh, ugh, gross.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's true for the most part. Sometimes you should have seen her yell at this guy the other day. It was amazing. But yeah, no, I'm definitely going with the gut. I'm gonna say second on the fists, third Kanari. But sometimes she doesn't do fun stuff. She's all the Lord, and I'm like,
That's my
is-
Canary voice.
she's sort of like, oh, Celestian.
yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. She's like, we gotta go food people, and I'm like, but what about punching? And so, it's fine. It's whatever.
There's
She's
never
the
any
best.
time to do what I want to do. It's my punch.
Well, you've got this.
Thanks. I mean, I know, but thanks. Okay, well, have fun with the rest of your workout.
Thank you. I have about 1,000 more.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's still pretty
Only
early,
take him like 20 minutes.
I guess.
Yeah.
And she looks for a clock in the room and is like, okay, well, let
Signing
me know
off.
we
Goodbye.
find. Bye. Okay, bye. Bye. And then she will leave the room and go somewhere else.
Did y'all go shopping?
Yes.
All right. So what do you want?
I would like to walk into the Cladulius's shop because I think
Hello.
yeah, this guy again.
He's in the
and I'm gonna
same.
set.
Everything looks the same.
I'd be there with Umbrin because this is the magic shop, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Rest will
Welcome
tag along too.
to the Magic Emporium, where all of the wondrous things in the universe collect and gather.
I'm going to sashay my way up to the counter and set down the crystal orb that I mended back together from the zombie beholder. Because that is either worth 500 gold or it's worth 9,500 gold. Somewhere between that range.
Oh, a rare magical container. Yes, indeed. I could give you 350 gold pieces for it.
No, you won't.
Oh, what? I won't?
It's so cute you think I'm stupid and that I'm gullible.
I thought nothing of the sort.
Do you know where we got this? This orb used to hold a beholder. A beholder. Claudius, has you ever seen a beholder? Have you ever seen the death, destruction, dismay? To contain a spirit like that?
Well, actually,
and you think 350?
Some beholders are actually really nice. But
Claudius. You know that's not true.
Give me a persuasion check.
Ooh, I love these.
Can Vrexel assist by coming up and going, what if we threw in something a little extra? And he puts up the ring.
Are you proficient with persuasion?
No.
Then you can't help.
I'll put a hand on Umbrin's shoulder to back him up to cast guidance and give him an extra.
Vrexel's still offering the ring. He doesn't care.
So back there wiggling his eyebrows. The garbage ring. I'm trying to find it before.
What is? Ugh.
I haven't laughed that long.
This band isn't even made out of good metal.
It's what's inside that counts.
Ah! I will give you 15 gold pieces for this.
Oh.
Okay.
How does a 19 plus a 2 plus a 7 feel? How does 28 feel to you, Deb? How does 28 feel?
You're making me remember some of my more faithful encounters. And I believe that this thing, something that can hold the soul of a beholder, that is worth a little bit more than my initial price. You have convinced me. So instead, I will offer it to you for 600 gold pieces.
Oh, I want to strangle it. I will accept. On the condition that you remember this.
And suddenly he wicks his hand and a sack of 600 gold pieces appears and
Woo!
15 gold pieces appear in front of Rexel.
Hey.
Kanari will undo the Medallion of Thoughts and set it on the counter.
This is a rare find. Well, not too rare, it's a little uncommon, but you're the first one to bring me one. So for this, I can give you 100 gold pieces.
How much? The other uncommon items in the Room of Bad Luck were about 100 gold pieces, right? Essentially, value.
Yeah.
It's market price. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Kanari will nod her head and say, deal.
Very good. He grabs it and then just slides it underneath the counter and it's gone. Now, I've been giving you a lot of money. Now, are you going to give me any money for anything?
What do you have?
Well, since you're a little bit in the big spending range, let's see. I have a Glamour Weave for 1,000 gold pieces. Spy's Murmur for 500 gold pieces. If you have multiple, then you can communicate amongst each other. A Robe of Useful Items for 1,000 gold pieces. Goggles of Night, Gem of Brightness, Handy Haversack, Boots of Elvenkind, Alchemy Jug. Scrolls of Protection. Chest of Preserving, Breathing Bubble, other common stuff that's a little bit more boring. I have stuff for bards, druids, wizards, but none of you really. But I do believe that Wand of the War Mage, no, that won't work. You already bought an all-purpose tool, I remember that. Wand of the War Mage, That could be useful for you. Cleric.
You say that with such disdain in your voice.
You get your magic from gods. What's minimal effort, minimal experience? You just ask and you get.
Can I
had to spend
Is he a
100
ghost?
years.
Is he a ghost?
I pull
Can I
out
turn
the
undead?
eye.
I turn undead. I just do that so he dissipates for a second and then reanimates.
The glamour weave
Don't do that.
is useless
Well-
if you have a cleric who knows guidance next to you.
Also, do me a favor and just, if you want my continued business, it would do you well not to insult your customers. Just as a fair warning, because I could also just continue to do that anytime I walk in here. You chased me out of here with a bunch of playing cards, if I'm not mistaken, the last time I was here.
Yes,
And
that was so
you
much
don't-
fun.
Yeah, and you don't have good customer service, and I have another one of those lined up ready to go.
Yeah, also good to know we get to call people on the outside world, and I'm pretty sure you live on the outside world, don't you?
Do I? Or am I just a remnant from history brought forth through the amalgamation of technology and magic in the dungeon sphere?
Kanari's walking out the door.
Inside check. Inside check. This man is lying. He's a real person. I'm gonna get someone to murk him. This dice is so good to me, guys. That's a modified 20. It's an 18 plus 2. You're the best dice.
You know that he's probably pulling things out of his butt.
You know, I'm in the field of many assassins, so it would do you well to be kind to us.
Well, if you're not going to buy anything, then what's the point?
You staying alive is the point. Most living things do like to be alive, yes?
Oh, send whoever you want against me. I am not afraid.
Because you peed a little.
Just a little bit out of excitement.
Rexel's just gonna like slowly put 50 gold pieces on the counter and then just like take a potion of comprehension real slowly.
Oh, no, they're not here. You have to go to Miss Carrie's Apothecaries.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, that's a different place. Well, Rexel will do that eventually. at
Miss
some
If
point.
I was
Carrie's
looking to buy an instrument,
Apothecaries.
it wouldn't be in here, would it?
It would be in here.
It would be in here?
Oh, like it's just a general instrument?
Just a regular instrument.
Oh, that is the general store.
Yeah. I think our business here is done. Come on, Rexel.
Goodbye.
I turn around and I blow him a kiss as I go.
Come again.
You meet Kanari outside, and he's like, you would... I'm not
I'm
going
feeling
in
so
there.
assassin-y.
Are you doing the Italian hands?
She's just out here just like screaming to the sky, being like, definitely not going in there unless I need to again.
You see a hunched over white dragonborn in black and white robes using his staff as a cane, walking towards the magic shop. Oh, hello. Don't mind me. I am just trying to pass through to the magic shop.
Hi there.
Hello.
Sneeves, right?
Bless you.
Yes, that is me, Sneeves. It's good to see you.
Nice
Yes.
to see you too.
By the way, do you want to know what my wish is?
I'm sure you'll tell us.
It's to be young again.
Mm.
And then he starts slowly crawling.
Youth truly is wasted on the young, as they say.
Such a nice man. I'm sure he's probably very deadly.
He's a level 20.
That's his wish. He gets young and just level 20. Just
Actually, close behind is this goblin-looking person and a half-orc. The goblin-looking person isn't as small as a normal goblin, about a medium, 5'4", and then the half-orc is about 6'2", and they seem to be walking behind Sneeves, talking to each other. having a good conversation while they let the oldest lead the pack.
And they're all from Team Empyrean, right?
Yep. The half-orc is in a almost like Sunday church hat with pink dress flowing around. She's carrying an umbrella, and she has a big old tome at her side. The goblin-ish person has a giant greatsword attached to his back as he's walking through.
I think Canary would just wave politely at all of them.
The half-orc, she gives a nod. Hello, oh, I love your dress.
Oh, well, thank you. Yours is very nice.
Thank you. That's so sweet of you. And then the goblin just stares at you.
I love that this lady is going through the dungeon sphere in her Sunday best.
Yes.
She just came from church. She had a few errands she had to run on the way to stop and by the dungeon sphere real quick.
I
We'll be
love
done in
it.
just a few minutes. We gotta get to brunch after the sphere.
Mhm. Oh, so many people are going to be watching, and I can finally be an influencer.
Do they want to tell us our wishes too as they go by?
She's telling that to Sizzle, and Sizzle just nods. Yeah. And they walk
It
into the
sounds like he's
auditorium
heard
behind
this
Sneeves.
story like 24 times.
So many times. Sneeves was in Order Cleric, by the way. You know this.
Oh, Moxie!
where else?
Oh, we should go tell Moxie.
About the order cleric?
Yeah, isn't that what you want to be? Oh no, peace.
No,
You're
peace.
peace.
Right?
Peace and order.
Oh, yeah.
I get them mixed up all the time.
I am. There we go.
I am sneezing.
I'm sneezing.
Give me a perception check.
Oh God!
While you sneeze. Disadvantage while you perceive while you sneeze.
Please don't. I rolled well. 25. Or no, not 25. I'm not proficient in that. Yes. That's a 24. No, 22. 22. I can't do math.
As the
Dungeons for your
three
first
from Team Empyrean are walking into the magic shop, Sizzle stops and he glances back at you, and his eyes harden before looking forward again.
Hanari, have we finally found one person who does not like you?
I guess
Seems
so.
improbable.
Maybe that'll change for the whatever, but that's a little disconcerting. That there might be cracks in Team Empyrean.
Perhaps his god hates your god. That's a
Oh,
possibility.
that could be. Oh well. I would like to go to the smithery. I don't, Rexel, you were wanting to go to the apothecary?
Yeah, I just need to pick up a quick potion. And actually, Umbrin, I was wondering if you don't have anything to do, I'd love to ask you something. We could just go and chat while we get a potion.
Sure, I just need to run by the general store real quick.
I'll go with you first.
I'll head over to the smith.
Hey, it's good to see you again. Wait,
Hi.
did you come here?
No,
My memory
those
messed up.
those were my friends.
Oh, well,
Uh,
welcome back to the checkpoint.
Hi, it's very nice to be here. Would you be able to enchant my chainmail?
Your chainmail. Yeah. That's just 500 gold pieces flat rate.
Sure, that's just fine. Kanari will take her chainmail off and set it down on the counter. And
Should
just say,
have this enchanted by the morning.
great. Thank you.
Now wait a minute. Is there anything else you want for this chainmail? Do you want the color to be changed? Do you want anything while I'm enchanting it?
Does it cost extra for color?
Nah.
Oh, well, in that case, okay. Do you think you could maybe like? I know it's silver, but it kind of draws a little bit of attention, and it's very nice. It's just doesn't really blend well with the color scheme.
Right.
Just have fun with it,
Right.
but make it blend in just a little.
Right.
I'll just come back for it in the morning.
Your first choice.
Oh God, just
It's like bright green.
It's like orange or something weird.
well, I mean, like she already
You
has
said
orange.
Blend in. I made it camo.
Oh God, no.
And then, yeah. Anything else? Anything else?
No. How are you doing?
Get out of my shop.
I'm just trying to be nice.
I gotta get to work.
Oh,
I'm not here to flirt.
I was being. I'm not. Kanari just like her holy symbol flashes a little bit as she like just turns around. And
Who's undead?
Miss
have to deal
Carrie's apothecary is on the way to the general store.
Okay. Rexel just wants to pick up a potion of comprehension along the way.
Oh, yeah, I have one of those. 50 gold pieces, dearie.
Easy enough. Here you go.
This one tastes like grape.
That's thematic for us. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Are we?
Those are colors purple.
Oh. I
And
thought
then,
that had like a wine play. I was.
Grapes are like this purple fruit. Anyway.
and then the general store is Wise Guy Supplies. Hey, Wise Guy, what do you want?
I would like to purchase a harp.
A harp?
Harp.
What kind of harp?
The one you play with your fingers.
Do you want a big harp or a little harp?
Well, I'm going to be walking around the dungeon.
So a little harp.
So a little harp. A lyre,
That is
if you
called
would.
a lyre.
Yes.
Let's get that terminology right. All right, Wise Guy. This lyre is unto you, gifted by me from you, for only 15 gold pieces.
So sweet. Yes. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I want you to make the most beautiful music with it. Because you know what? You're a wise guy.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
So if you ever lose a limb, I sell prosthetic limbs. And he presses a button and a wall flips over and there's just a bunch of like different limbs and arms. And
Do you want to
I
know a
can-
secret?
give you equipment, things that you can equip, arm blades, the like. What is the secret?
I think you're gonna take my hand off and like the shadow magic disconnects from it.
Yeah.
I put it back on. No need for prosthetics, but hidden arm blades. That's so fun.
Yeah. It's actually pretty cheap too.
Well, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here after the nightmare I've just come from over at that pathetic magic shop. So nice to find someone who can talk to people.
Cladulius.
Yeah, what a nerd.
He tries too hard.
Much too
That's
hard.
that's what I think. Yeah. He's not a wise guy.
No.
He's more of
no,
a
not.
smart guy. You know what they say about smart guys?
No. What?
They ain't shit in a fight.
Thank you so much. This has been delightful.
Rexel just turns and walks out.
Oh no, we've insulted our team smart guy.
Okay.
I follow Rexel.
I think Brina at some point would have gone to the phone bank to call her family.
As you're walking towards the phone bank to call your family, you actually see your cousin Scorndon coming from the opposite way towards the same phone bank.
Oh, hey, Scardin, you calling family too?
Hey, Brina. Yeah. I miss them.
Same.
And yeah, my little sister, she's actually been dating someone, and I wanted to check in with her.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. His name is what was it again? Hammerlock. Yeah. Yeah. Sedum Hammerlock. Yeah.
Oh. Have you?
Okay. Anyway, have a. Yeah.
Have you met the Hammersmith person?
Hammerlock?
Hammerlock.
Nah, I haven't met him yet. But that's what I'm gonna do when I get out of the sphere.
Okay.
You know, she said she hasn't been feeling well lately, though. I'll have to check in with her on that too.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
she said she's feeling some sort of way.
Remind me. So who's your parents again?
My, so
Yeah, damn, you don't have the family chart memorized.
I'm Scorndon Boulderfoot, and then your aunt, Turna Boulderfoot, and then your uncle, Glasgow Boulderfoot, and then your cousin.
That's you.
And I already said her name earlier.
Started with a P, didn't it?
Yeah, Petunia.
There you go.
Yeah, she says she's been having headaches, stomach illness.
When you talk to your family, you tell them that they should go find someone that's good at curses.
Why? I'm good at curses.
Removing them, like
Yeah.
real good at it, like
Oh,
real good.
I only can undo the basics.
No, it's
Uh,
someone better than that. You gotta go to the city.
why? Are you concerned about Petunia?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I'll have her go get checked out. Whatever. I don't understand, but I trust
I'll just show
you.
him. I'll just show him my arm. You see his?
Yeah, Andrew.
He wasn't feeling good. He had headaches. He had a stomach flu. It
Oh,
wasn't sickness.
what was it? A curse?
I don't. That's what I just found out.
Oh, well, then, yeah. I'll go in right now. He goes into one of the booths and shuts the door.
Brandon's gonna go into a booth herself.
Since we only have like 6 minutes left, we're gonna
We'll do
start
it next
next week. In other news, what's Moxie doing?
I think after talking to the people, she
Hawking?
probably after talking to Hawking, she would have just come out and like probably sat at whatever table they had been at before and just kind of continue drinking and reading the book.
So, from Team Phoenix, Cypress, the half-elf, and Illimar, the wood elf, come and sit next to you. Cypress is the wildfire druid with the orange hair, and Illimar is the sun soul monk with the brown hair. She has actually some tattoos around her that seem to are reminiscent of her sun soul monkageness. What are words?
Monkageness.
Mm.
Look,
Hey!
Mux is a monk. She knows all about the monkages.
Yeah, so I heard that you're a monk.
Oh, yeah. I
Oh.
heard that you're also a monk.
I am. Yeah, you two should scrap. Yeah, monk against monk. Let's go.
Oh, whoa, hey, okay. Yeah, that's
Illimar
fine.
rubs her temples. It is too late for that. I need to sleep. You need to sleep as well. But then tomorrow, if she obliges, then we will scrap.
Yeah,
Sorry about my sister.
that's okay. What order are you out of?
Oh, it's just Order of the Sun. That's where I get the Sun Soul tradition from.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Sort of affiliated with the Church of Palor, sort of not.
Yeah. I remember. I think you guys have come to MonkCon. I really tried to keep a straight face for that one. Sorry.
The monkey con.
Yes, Monkong. Remember it fondly.
Yeah, there's always a lot of fun.
Monks?
A
A lot of monks.
lot of monks, a lot of fighting, a lot of
Mhm.
exchange of orders. It's fun. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Plus, the
and
food trucks are amazing.
I remember, I think you entered into the boxing competition that they had.
Yeah,
Or the-
yeah, usually
Not
do.
boxing, not boxing. Mixed martial arts.
Yeah, whatever has punching and kicking and
I
punching.
believe you kicked someone in, mind my language, but the testicles.
Yeah, that sounds like me. So
Yes. Very good. Oh my gosh, if I hear about this MonkCon one more time! Listen, we didn't come over here to chat. We came over here to get to know you. I mean, I guess that is chatting.
isn't that what chatting is?
Get to know you as in, like, what you're about. Like, what gets you going?
Punching. I mean, I don't.
Sorry.
I like to punch and then sometimes kick, and then you add in another punch. I don't really understand the question.
Once
I also
again,
like
I
alcohol.
apologize for my sister. She is a lot.
That's okay. I mean, my best friend is Kanari. She's pretty cool. She's a lot of the Lord. So.
All right, listen. I'm just gonna cut to the chase here. Your team, from what we're picking up, seems to be a little tentative about our agreement, and I think that this agreement would be so much fun.
Oh,
This alliance, I love allies because then you can all go together and then you can burn things down.
I mean, I like burning things. Sometimes flames just, burst forth. It's fun.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
She is like up on her chair, just sort of like, she's not sitting. Her feet are up there and she's like perching, like a kind of like animalistic in a sense, like looking around. Her eyes are wide.
Are you okay? Have you had like too much to drink or?
No, I'm just fiery. I've got the fire inside me and it's burning and I just want to express it and put it out there.
Oh, sometimes that happens with me, but it just kind of explodes out of my face. So.
You understand.
Yeah.
So, to convince you that our alliance is going to be good, I'm going to share a key piece of information with you that you have to relay to your team, and you have to remember everything and say it all perfectly. Okay, you got it?
Okay, hang on. And Moxie's gonna like turn around and kind of dig in her bag, and she's gonna find up like a crumpled piece of parchment, and maybe like
You have some a paper that's actually wrapped around a piece of jerky that you've been saving.
Oh, yeah. So she'll like take it off of that and then like kind of look at the jerky and then put it in her mouth. She's not quite eating it, but she's holding it there. And then she finds like some charcoal or something that she just has in her bag.
Mhm.
And she like then looks up and is like, okay, go.
All right. So, you know how there's this mountain range that's splitting everything in half, right?
Hang on. So you know how there.
You don't have to write everything word for word.
Oh, okay.
points.
You said though.
She actually, her hand catches on fire and she touches the paper with it and the paper
No.
burns.
God,
This is going nowhere. You just need to remember this, okay? You just need to remember it. Remember it. Can you remember it?
Okay.
Illimar, I'm gonna take over from here. So there's all these temples around the haunted lands, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then there's the mountains.
Uh-huh.
The tallest mountain in the center of this mountain range, when you look at it at night, there's lights up there.
Okay.
We think, me and my sister, we haven't really discussed this theory with the rest of the group, but we think that that center is where the exit is, and the exit guardian. And the game of this level is to get as much resources as you can from the various temples, the various challenges and such, and then culminate at the peak. We don't know how to get up there, so there must be a trick to finding the path up there. A stairway, a gate. But that's what we believe. And you've seen those winged bat things around here, right? In the sky. We killed one of those. Well, we killed its rider, and as soon as we killed the rider, the bat thing died. There was a connection. So you can't use that. So I'm thinking that there's some sort of riddle, some sort of connection with the temples, or some sort of price you have to pay. Maybe like a coinage or money or something. It can't be regular gold, or else we'd all be up there by now. Some sort of price.
What temples have you guys been to?
We have been to a few. There was the Temple of Ruin. Well, that was a tough one. And then there was the Temple of the Wind. We've been on the western side mostly. There was a temple within the swamps. One with like a pyramid sort of thing. A ziggurat, that's the word. Go into that yet though, because we decided to instead go to a temple that we knew would be easier, and then
What
we ended
temple
up
is
in the
that?
checkpoint. That one is actually in the woods, about a little north of there. It's a temple that you have to go into the base of the tree and crawl into this dark, cavernous place where a temple lies in wait. Now, we won't tell you what the temples are or who they are to yet until we have the alliance, and we won't pinpoint them on the map for you.
Yeah, of course. Can I ask one more question though?
Of course.
Did you guys find anything of interest in the temples? Because I'm assuming that they weren't all doors, or if they were, like, a disco door, that you could also still go in the temple.
Yes, As soon as you complete a temple challenge room, the door becomes a regular door and you can go into the temple.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I know. We've definitely encountered some various areas around here that aren't linked to a temple, but
You haven't found any like coins or like, I don't know, stuff in the temples, I guess.
no.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Because you said that there might be a way to pay for the like, right? That like you were saying that.
Yes, our theory is that because these are the haunted lands, one of the mythologies in the world is that you must cross a river to enter the afterlife.
Uh-huh.
And you have to pay a toll to the person who takes you across the river.
Okay.
There might be something similar to that because of the theme of this land. Zinnia has a whole theory that we've been working with, but now the only rivers here, there are only two, so it might not be as literal as crossing a river into the afterlife, but the whole toll aspect.
Yeah. Well, and we've
Gee.
already crossed one,
Yeah.
so I don't think that one was it.
But yeah,
Well, I mean, I could tell you since you were kind enough to, at least tell me the temples that you found. What side were we on? The east side?
you were on the east side.
Yeah. So, I mean, we found a Paylor one. And
Oh, that's wonderful to hear.
yeah, it was cool. And then we found a village one.
Mm-hmm.
And a mountain one for dwarves.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then we were also told about one in a cave, in like a bone cave, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and one by a waterfall.
Right.
Also, just so that you're aware, there's a really cool guy named Dave.
Oh.
He is a construct of some sort, so not a full person. Really nice, just trying to live his life. Don't kill him, maybe. Also,
Noted.
yeah, he was cool. He gave us some
We've
help.
encountered a few interesting individuals who appear to be here to help as opposed to hinder.
Yeah. Have you guys run into the hag yet?
It was a hag.
Yeah, she's cool. She's gonna take my firstborn.
Oh. Right.
I mean, I'm not planning to have any anyway, but like, it was fine.
Take my
Oh my
firstborn, but
gosh.
in a cool way.
Oh my gosh, this is so boring. Let's go, Illimar. Let's go right now. We need to go to the beach and do something. I can't sit here anymore. Right? It's okay. Yes, let's go.
Have a
Bye.
good time at the beach, and I'll relay your message.
Thank you. Sorry for this one.
Yeah, no worries. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Of course. May the light always shine upon you.
Oh, motherfucker! And then Moxley doesn't quite remember what the
Is
order
that-
of the owls
Is that
is.
what your order says?
Nope, just me.
Caw.
Somewhere in the distance, you just hear a man stop his 1,000 push-ups and just goes, "Damn it!"
Yeah. It's been a while since I've been home to the order, and I wasn't very studious, so I don't really remember what our catchphrase is.
Right.
I make it up as I go.
Well, ta-ta. And that is where we're gonna end it for tonight. So this is wonderful. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm so
Don't know what?
I just don't know. You broke me.
You're welcome.
May you broke me. Monk Khan.
I laughed so hard I choked.
Well, like I was gonna like make a reference to something where like maybe all of the orders in the area came together, and I just blanked, and I was like, it's a con. Yeah.
I can't wait to clip
Combat.
that. I can't wait to clip that so that I can watch everybody's faces on repeat.
I tried really hard to keep a straight face, but
All right.
Level 2 highlights.
So anyway, that's it for today, folks. Also, we are now on Wednesdays, and we're going to be changing to a new channel called the Dungeon Pop soon, at some point before October. And then we are going to be back here next Wednesday, because I don't think anyone has anything going on. So
Wednesday
that will
makes it a lot easier to not have to miss.
Yes.
I mean, I
Yes.
am missing bingo for this, so
oh well.
Not bingo. We'll play
Yeah.
bingo in the checkpoint. We'll do some checkpoint bingo.
I have an announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I commissioned some art for my very awesome friend Mira Variable over on Twitter. Go check out Umbrin. He's so cute. He has a little Jerome with him. It's so good. Thank you so much, Patsy.
What's their Twitter?
Mira Variable. I don't know if you guys reblogged it or retweeted it. Sorry. But
I'm
it's
bad at Twitter, so I did not.
yeah,
think I
it's
retweeted, but
okay.
I liked
It's
it.
MiraVariable. Mira Variable. It's so good. He's beautiful, and I love him so much. And I paid for it in Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
friends
It's
that
so
you
good.
know IRL.
Oh, I've got my normal announcements too. Watch my stream. Twitch.tv/Brena. Also, send all the good vibes for round 3 of the Dungeon Master competition, which is being announced tomorrow. I submitted my key NPC on Sunday, so hopefully I go through to the next round. I guess we'll find out. I'm top
so
8,
exciting.
I love the random tables you introduced for that. So yeah.
Well, that's what they've been calling out like every time in the judges thing. They're like, and we love the random table that this person did, and we love the random table that person did. I'm like, okay, I see what you're putting down. I will do that thing. And so they're fun. I made some tables.
What's
All right.
Nice.
Meg, were you gonna say something?
No.
Oh. Yeah, so we also have After the Fall on this channel every Friday. The After the Fall highlight, the whole show is actually on the Twitch channel, so if anyone is watching, you can rewatch that, and I'm sure it'll be up on YouTube, or is up on YouTube. One of those is true. And so I also have that Kickstarter going, but since it's time sensitive, and we only have 6 people at the moment, I can't really talk to the future people about doing that since it's limited. But if you are watching anytime in the next 15 days, go support my Kickstarter.
Until August 26th.
Until August 26th. And then, Jacob, how is your ocean adventures doing?
It's doing pretty well. It's had a couple hundred downloads on DM's Guild. And it's free if you want it to be free. You can just go take a look. It's basically 20 long encounters meant to kind of be like 60 to 90 minute. Toss them in between things or make a whole session out of them. But they're fun. They're out on Dungeon Master's Guild. It's just called Ocean Encounters, and it's the second thing that pops up if you search that. So go take a look.
Cool. Well, that's it for today, I believe. So, sayonara. Signing off.
See you at MonkCon.
See you at